What is going on YouTube? It is Remakez here, bringing you another Fortnite video, and today guys I have some very exciting information to talk about with you guys because some brand new leaks about Season 5 just came out. So most of you guys probably remember the guy who leaked Season 4. He leaked that the meteor was not going to be hitting Tilted Towers, it was going to hit Dusty Depot, which it actually did. He also mentioned that Moisty Mire is going to change significantly, which it also did, and he also mentioned that there's going to be weekly updates towards the map, which also happened because as you can see in Dusty Depot, every single week more trees were added, and the same for Tilted Towers, where the building where the meteor hit in the center building, it changed every single week a little bit more, and now it came to a point where they're building an entirely new building there. So all of his leaks were completely correct, and this same guy who leaked all of this information made some very accurate and interesting assumptions about Season 5. So this guy made a post on Reddit a couple of days ago talking about some new features that will be added to Fortnite very soon, including some Season 5 leaks. So I'm not sure if you guys can read the picture. I'll show it on the screen right now. In case you cannot read it, I'll read it for you guys. So basically what he said is that there's going to be a completely new game mode. It's going to be Omega versus Alpha or Charlie. Now Alpha or Charlie is the name of the Blockbuster skin, and in this mode it's basically a 50 versus 50, but there's one hero on each team. So there's going to be one Omega on each team, and there's going to be one Blockbuster on each team, and these Blockbuster and Omega, they have like superpowers, kind of like similar to Thanos, I guess you could say. And he also said he can't share any more details at the moment because the game mode is still in development actually. Now the following part is actually very interesting. He mentioned something about Tilted Towers and it being destroyed, or not completely destroyed, but damaged by something called a Leviathan. Now, I have absolutely no idea what this Leviathan thing is, but I guess we're going to see very soon, leading up towards Season 5. And he also mentioned that Moisty Mire will be destroyed for 80% by this Leviathan thing. Now furthermore, he mentioned that Dusty Depot shall be patched up a bit, so the factories will be returning. And this is good news for me, and I guess also for a lot of you guys, because a lot of people actually enjoyed going to the factories. It was because it was right in the center of the map, and it had some pretty decent loot as well. So I'm very happy it's coming back. I guess a lot of you guys are happy it's coming back as well. He also mentioned that the crater will be gone completely, so that's something to notice as well. And he also mentioned something about a brand new item called an airstrike coming to Fortnite very soon, but unfortunately the description to that is still very vague. So I guess we'll have to wait and see when the item actually comes out to see what it does. Furthermore, he also mentioned something about a brand new limited type mode coming soon. He said it's basically kind of like a 50 versus 50, but then one person in each team will control a big Leviathan, and the team with the Leviathan have to escort the Leviathan to either Wailing Woods or Greasy Grove, and the other team has to take it down before it is too late. There's infinite lives in this game mode, and there is no building. Now what this reminds me of is Black Ops 3 Safeguard mode. I'm not sure if you guys have played Black Ops 3 and if you've played Safeguard mode, but it's basically kind of like a similar idea. You have this robot which you have to escort to the enemy base, and the other team have to prevent it from happening, and then you switch rounds and you do the exact same thing over again. I think it's actually very similar to that, like reading the description of the limited time mode, I think it's very similar. It actually looks very interesting and very fun to play. Now moving on to the most interesting part of this entire post is the Season 5 theme leaks. So according to this guy, Season 5 will be history themed with Romans, Greeks, Egyptians, all that cool stuff, and the Tier 100 skin will be the Flying Dutchman. So if you type in the Flying Dutchman on Google, you get to see a bunch of pictures from pirate ships. Now what we know from Pirates of the Caribbean is that the Flying Dutchman was controlled by no other than Davy Jones. Okay, so what if the Tier 100 skin would be based on Davy Jones and his tentacle face? Now personally for me that would be absolutely amazing. And it's actually not so unlikely to happen either, because as we've seen in Season 3, Fortnite added a movie character of John Wick as the Tier 100 skin, so it would definitely not be unlikely for Fortnite to do something similar again. Okay, so moving on, in terms of the history style theme, you might be wondering how we're going to end up in history. Well, I have a very interesting theory about this, and it has to do with the recent rocket launch event. So when the Blockbuster launched a rocket a couple of days ago, the sky has been fractured ever since, and time wraps or portals have started appearing across the map in different locations, consuming pieces of buildings every single day. So I started off in Lonely Lodge with a time wrap appearing just outside the cabin, and a few days later the same time wrap has spawned in different locations, including Tomato Town, where it consumed the tomato head, Motel, where it consumed the motel sign, Greasy Grove in front of the Burger Town, and lastly in Retail Row, just above the num sign. Now my theory is that these are all time wrap portals, and they're sucking in pieces of buildings every single time. And as we're moving closer to Season 5, more of these time wraps will spawn in, and eventually all these will connect to each other some way, forming one big time wrap, bringing us all back in time. However, the Fortnite crew and the Blockbuster, they want to go back in time, but not too far. They just wanted to go just before the meteor strike, but they accidentally ended up in the ancient timeline. So yeah, I'm actually very excited to see where all this is going, because Season 5 is releasing in no longer than a week, so we should be expecting more information from Fortnite very soon. But anyways guys, please let me know in the comments down below what you think Season 5 is going to be like. Do you agree with my theory, or do you think it's going to be something completely different? I'm looking forward to reading all of your comments in the comment section down below, so make sure you state your opinion on there. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter. All links will be in the description down below. And as always guys, I wish you all a wonderful and safe day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.